Hey, my boys. Come on.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
What up?
Pew 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 pew. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, there you go.
What's
There you go.
happening?
Pastel Pringle.
What the
GQ.
That's the name. Please wear it out.
DQ JQ Jackson
Oh no.
Pass?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I got
QQ,
something.
JQ, Jags, Pass. Pass, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you feeling? How you feeling,
Yeah,
G?
I'm happy to see you.
Have you guys been rocking this?
Yeah,
Likewise.
Have you
I'm
guys been
happy to
rocking
see
the
you
song
too.
from last week?
What's that, Jay?
Again?
Has anybody been playing the song from last week? My kids are deep into that song.
Oh hell yeah!
I played it once on the way to school, and my kids asked for it 3 more times.
It's a really fun song. It was a good way to set off the season for, like sort of a summer season, which is great.
Word.
It
Yep.
is.
My
It's a
wife
real
listened
feel
to it
good.
on her night shift the other day. She's like, "Yeah, that's a really good song. I listened to it at night. And I was kind of like just dancing in my chair." I was like, all right, all right.
And Annie knows her some pop. She's a pop
She likes
aficionado.
she likes
Yeah.
the pop.
She knows her some country.
That's true too.
That's yeah. That's that is the prevailing taste, I think,
Scout.
of Dr. Doran.
Dr.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
What else is up, y'all? I had therapy today. I'm feeling refreshed.
Therapy. All right.
Nice. Nice.
Good. Like,
Um,
hold on, like mentally refreshed, physically refreshed.
Not physical therapy, no.
Okay. I never, when I do therapy, I never feel refreshed afterwards. I feel like
Not like
I'm
refreshed,
gutted.
but like cleansed, which is
Yeah.
kind of exhausted too.
For me,
Cleansed
it's
and
more
angry.
like gutted,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think of that movie. I think it was Predator, like intestines, where they like pulled out the intestines. Like that's the feeling I get after having a therapy session.
Cleansed,
good.
cleansed and bitter and mad at people and resentful. No.
Nice. That's good. That's
Really good therapy. Give me the number of your therapist, Jack. That sounds awesome.
Oh man, no, it's been a good week. I was just talking to G. It's like we're like deep in the Chicago fifth winter right now. It's like weekend will be like 75 degrees, and then all of a sudden it's like another week of 40-degree weather with rain, and it's like, man, how the fuck do we live like this? And every year people complain about it, and it's the same shit.
That's the thing. Is everyone keeps when you complain about it year after year, that's when I go, well, why don't you move?
Yeah,
Because you're just
Like
waiting for that catharsis.
it might
Speaking of
solve your
therapy,
problem.
Here's the catharsis I've been waiting for.
It's the rap pack, we got sauce. GQ, JQ, Jackson Pass. Take hip hop, get experimental. Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central. This week's special guest is MENNA. The rap pack, we got sauce. JQ, Jackson Pass. The rap pack, with that jive, with special guest MENNA on Tuesday Night Live.
Yeah.
Yes.
there's this dude, Justin Selleck. Isn't he a British dude who we
Justin,
hung out with back in the day at like
Edinburgh. Justin came to Edinburgh and saw us in the that Pleasance Courtyard back theater. Super cool dude. He's a poet.
Yeah, I thought it was Royal Stratford East. It was Scotland,
Edinburgh.
huh? Nice.
It was the Fringe Festival.
Speaking
He's a
of
great guy.
crazy festivals we've done, and we've done a lot of crazy festivals.
Yep.
Kind of our thing.
Gdansk. Gdansk.
Gdansk, Poland. Yeah, that was one of them. How about Bear Music Fest?
Bear Music Fest.
Somebody
Talk
want to
about
lay down, do the four sentence version of what Bear Music Fest is?
middle of the woods, camping, families,
Well, you're doing four. Oh, did I say 4 words? 4 sentences.
music. No, you could have said.
Good. That was pretty good. I don't know.
I went straight to words because it was a little more maybe fun or whatever. Maybe that's what I heard. But yes,
But so we've been there a couple times, and the first time me and G went and did our version of Two Gents, and it was awesome. We performed outside around a bonfire. It was a very non-theatrical setting. It was also not a very typical concert-like setting. But
1,200 people or something all camping together at this.
in like outside, you're outside. You know, there's like a tarp on a couple of logs, and that's what you sleep in.
Yeah,
And it was
there.
awesome.
It was amazing.
And we saw, we ended up, me and G ended up going to this quarry, like down the road. We walked over to this quarry, and we did that with someone we met there, right?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, when we first MENNA, are we bringing her on right now?
Yeah, come on in, Meta.
Graceful, very graceful.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the if you were
There
a
she
bad
is.
host, G, or Jay was a bad like.
So, MENNA.
Oh, nice. Is
What's the situation in
that like a
MENNA
virtual
Nation?
hug? Is that the virtual hug?
That's what that was. Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
I love Zoom.
So,
Okay, no A-frame virtual hugs for me though. I want a real virtual hug.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
body.
you in Chicago? Where are you at?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York. Bed-Stuy.
Oh, nice.
Bed-Stuy, do or die.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's where I'm at.
yo,
Like,
so MENNA, so in the middle of the woods, Bear Music Festival in
Oh my gosh.
2016, 17, something like
Yeah.
that, maybe. JQ and I decide that we're going to take a little walk over to one of these like Coliseum style seating areas in the middle of the woods. And we're like, what is that voice? Who is singing? And we walk.
Playing or just sound checking? I can't remember.
No, she had a concert, dude, and she was playing. She had a piano. You had a keyboard and your voice, and that was it. And Jay and I were like,
We just were like drawn. We just were like must.
yeah, we just followed the sound, and we wound up sitting down, and like jaws dropped, and they stayed that way for your entire set. And that was the first time we heard you, and we were blown away. So cut to how many years later it is now, and we've seen you grow, and we've watched you down in Nashville, and we've been listening to you through the airwaves, the sound waves, and it's been such a cool evolution. And to have you on our Tuesday Night Live show is such a great honor, and we just want to thank you for being here, number one.
I'm super excited to be here. Rewind to, we had a very genuine, you and your brother, we had a very genuine first meeting. It was very impactful, and it was like, oh, cool, we're gonna be on that level, huh? Like, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, we talked side stage right after I'd finished, and y'all were on the same stage right after, you're on a different stage or something, or you were
We
not at all. You were just over there.
But
Yeah, you performed at night, a different time.
We literally just
that's right.
I saw you once before that at the like hours before that, maybe at
Yeah,
like there was some pool barbecue like that welcome everybody, you know.
there was like
And
yeah, that was sick. Oh,
like
that weekend was so much fun. The bands were so great. They threw a bunch of parties. Like the opening night was like a family barbecue with a killer, like wasn't like a funk band or something?
Yeah, a funk band and poolside. So we were doing like flips
Real
off the diving board. Remember,
Oh my
like the
God.
diving board right in front of the band, and
It was so good.
that was awesome.
We
So
all-
the next year, Poss and Jackson, everyone came with us, and we didn't, and you weren't there. So
Oh
we
yeah.
weren't- it wasn't
Wasn't
just
one
wasn't
there.
the same, man. Like Bear Music Fest without MENNA is kind of like Bear Fest. It's like BMF but without the N. It's like-
I would love to go back. I'm working on I've been performing with just me playing piano, and I have two girls that sing with me, and I would love to be able to play that and you guys see it, because it's like 3-part harmonies, and we do a lot of like harmony on like runs and stuff, and we program a lot of little things in. But now I'm working on getting a full band set up. So
Wow.
I was
Wow.
gonna say about Bear Music Fest and the sound in that environment. It's such a cool festival because there's families, and it is like a family vibe. You get there, it doesn't feel like a music festival. Everyone's just sort of like
yeah,
lamping and lounging and sort of like vibing, and like you don't have like there are the partiers, but there's also like family people that are chilling out, and like everyone's like it's very Cali in that way. I feel like, but there's something about the sound when you're in the woods. There's no other ambient sound, and the way that the sound of especially like
Sizzling.
acoustic people and people on keyboards and just their voices, there's somehow it carries in such a like haunting and beautiful way there that I feel like I didn't see you perform MENNA, but I can imagine how like sort of captivating you would have been in that environment.
Especially because your voice is already such a haunting and beautiful instrument. It was like 10x in the
No, oh my gosh. It really was the most beautiful. The environment was so wild and it set such a, I felt like it set like an intention for like the space. And yeah, there was no competing noise. It was like you wake up in the morning because you like heard a squirrel run across something like 50 feet away outside a log cabin. And you're like, it was just like the echoes of a chilly morning. It was just so great.
And
let me just interrupt right now because like the way that you guys are describing this actually sounds like a horror movie. It doesn't sound like anything I would want to.
No one can hear you.
Exactly. It's like her voice was like emanating amongst the trees.
It was like a woodman. Yeah. I heard towards the noise and I saw the blood.
Running by and like, you know.
What did you just get out of therapy or something, man?
fine line between beautiful and serene and creepy. And I think that's a pretty good segue into the week.
Into this week's track. It definitely
on brand.
So, you know, I was thinking back to that moment when I first heard MENNA's voice. Because when I'm doing this for everyone at home who might be watching this, I'm trying to challenge us to bend towards our guest and challenge our guest to do something that might be, you know, a little pushes them a little bit too. And as a producer, that's what I'm trying to do. And so when I listened to MENNA's voice, I was remembering that moment. And then I was listening to some of her new stuff that she shared with us. And I got this like, I don't know, but like I remembered this music that Paz was playing for me when we were all in Minnesota together working on the cabaret for this group, the Rat Pack Cabaret. And Paz was playing some cello music by like young composers, female composers, right?
Yeah. Yep. Young
and we were like just getting ready for we were making dinner and like we had listened to beats all day and I was like, something without beats, man. I can't deal with beats right now. And he started going through these and like maybe name some of the artists.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Zoe Keating is like one of my very favorites. She actually like does, I think she lives in like New England somewhere, like Vermont or something like that. But she does, and I've seen her live. She does beautiful loop pedal sort of cello works, but it's really awesome because she will start by doing a very like sort of legato sort of line, and then she will add like percussion but with her cello. So she'll have percussive parts and she'll just keep building and keep building and keep building and then let it go. And then that is actually the composition. So like when you see her live, she actually plays the song that you hear on the record. Another one of my favorites, who is like really dark but really beautiful, is Julia Kent. She actually works with a couple of different other artists, but I think also mostly it's mostly cello. Sometimes she works with some other artists.
So that's who I ended up sampling.
Anna Mueller is another, and her stuff almost kind of reminds me of like of Glass, and also Brian Eno for that matter. Yeah. It's just like it's about patterns, and for that matter, even David Byrne, like because it's all about like pattern, about a cycle of sort of music. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard like I was just like hearing beats while you were playing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's largely like when I listen to it, that's what I hear, kind of like drums underneath it. But yeah, but it's beautiful. because then that's just in my head and not in the recording.
So you were saying you didn't want beats, and then you listened to cello music, and all you could hear was beats.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Yeah, you need negative space.
Yeah, you cannot be who you are.
Right.
So I basically I sampled this Julia Kent song, and then it got kind of dancey from there. I really was I was thinking about doing drugs, honestly, and I was thinking about afterglow. Like I was thinking about like the next day after a night of partying and dancing, and the kind of music I like to hear in the car the next day.
Yeah.
And
I can testify all that music is really good on drugs.
yeah, I was like, like there's like a melancholy to it, to the come down, and there's like a tragically beautiful element to it, and all of that I thought like fit well with MENNA's voice, and then these samples, and then all I had to do was kind of keep the energy up, so that it didn't go to a trip hop place, because I didn't want to do that, right? So anyway,
Hold on, before you go in the beat,
go ahead.
let's listen to MENNA's voice so we can hear a little. If you don't mind, just flexing a little bit and maybe playing, dropping a few licks, just so our
bet.
audience who's here can
Just a taste,
hear
just a
the
taste.
sort of
Just a
beautiful.
taste.
Everybody else mute, and MENNA maybe can bless us with a little bit of something.
There's some.
I overthink. What do you think of me? The wind in my sails pushing me westward. Is a storm on my sea. Am I brave enough for trying to keep on fighting? Half a verse.
Woo.
Beautiful.
Heat.
Thank you.
You got
All
some
right.
wow emojis coming through.
Yeah.
Oh,
And see,
everybody-
if I heard that in the woods, that would scare the shit out of me.
I'd be like, let's head for that dilapidated barn.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't close the door behind you.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Afterglow is a great lyric.
Okay, so should we go in the beat?
Yeah.
We
Do it.
should go in.
All right, let's do it. We are going.
We're going in, inside the beat. We're going in, inside the beat.
Yes. Some of my finest work on the video editing on that
Yeah.
one. Is Jay's audio, his computer audio, a little hot for people?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just me.
Find it me.
All right, cool.
Why are you trying to silence him, bro?
Nope.
What's up with that?
All right.
Jay, white privilege. You know what I'm saying?
White privilege. Fucked up.
Wait, I can't tell. Are we inside the beat yet?
Nice, man. Nice.
Inside the beat.
Oh, I feel a remix coming on.
Yeah.
All right.
All
We're in the
right.
beat.
We are inside.
Ooh, screen share.
Okay, so here's the beat. Let me get into, and can you guys see my camera feed too, or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
So let's check this out. Can you see that?
Yep.
Zer.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here is the here is the samples as they came in. I took bigger chunks here, but one thing that it lets me do is that when I start playing them back to back, they'll start to create kind of weird rhythms that were not intended by the original creator. So, like for instance, this where are we? Sorry, one second. Here we go. So this. I can reorder pieces, but then another thing that happens is like for instance this one. So cool.
Yeah, it kind of makes an unintended bass line.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, hey, look at that. I don't have to make a bass line.
Yeah.
So then I was like, let me mirror that with a sound, and this is what came out. And I did that across all of the sections that I created. So and I guess MENNA told me we made a song in C sharp, which I did not.
I think it was F sharp.
F sharp, I think. I mean, I think it actually, some of them are, I don't know.
Went around a little bit.
I mean, so if you're basing it on this, that's not right.
So it's kind of like it's like one of those F sharp or C sharp, but it has an F natural sometimes in it.
Right. I believe it's referred to as F pound sign.
Yeah. Hashtag F.
Yeah. Hashtag F.
And it definitely sounds like something I would run away from and not walk towards. Psychos.
There's a lot of murder going on.
Okay, so then it was easy to just drop a kick. Added a
Yes.
some hi-hats. And then sort of
What's that sound?
which one?
The that high tone, that high.
So then after I made the beat, I sent the whole thing to G, and G put synths that creep in and out of the whole arrangement.
Nice.
So he did that down here. So you'll hear this kind of stuff happening from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And that's under there the whole time.
A little like arpeggiated.
And then this. And like a drone.
Cool.
So there's a bunch of little stuff in there that he added. So that was fun because Because frankly, like G's awesome at doing that kind of stuff. Is like making a little sound that changes over the course of time and sits there and painstakingly automates that stuff. So
Thanks, homie.
I outsourced it because I find that cumbersome. Uh,
It also
Anytime. I love it. I love doing
it's
it.
that repetitive mood sort of thing. I feel like that when I listen to G's music, I get that too. It's like he's able to paint a soundscape in a really cool way.
yeah.
Thanks, dude. You know, I've been getting more into automation over time, over longer periods of time, because like people like Fortet. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh yeah, love him.
Fortet.
Love Fortet. Yeah.
Like one of many who inspire me that way, but just like talk about sounds, evolving soundscapes over time where you just get lost in it. Talk about great music to just dive deep into. But anyway,
I would put Plastic Man in that same category.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So anyway, then I just started adding stuff on just to keep things interesting as they came around again. So, like high pianos, reverb played through a guitar amp, that kind of stuff. Clubby stuff to make transitions sound cool. And then MENNA sent me some keyboard parts. And the cool thing is MENNA sent me MIDI. So MIDI I can just drop into the song and play it as a piano as she had it. But I can also do things like take her her chords that she played and turn them into crazy synth sounds. So hold on. So she sent me this,
Hey, get off your keyboard view just so we can see people. By the way.
What's up?
On your screen on the bottom, it's just your empty keyboard. I'd love to see you or her or whoever. There you go.
So she sent me
Nice,
those.
man.
She sent me those keys, and
Nice.
then I layered them with a synth, so it ends up sounding like
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love doing that.
this together.
Layering the keys with the synth. It's awesome.
Here we go. And when you listen to that over the beat, check this shit out.
Jeez.
All right.
So fire, bro. So good.
Man, fucking ridiculous, homie.
Thanks, bro. And thanks to MENNA and thanks to G for the co-production tip. And let's get out of the beat, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys ready to come out of the beat? Here we go.
Oh, so fun. I love a DAW.
Oh God, I always
Oh,
associated when that got
right through the membrane.
Let me take this second to say what's up to people really quick. Eugene Minions in the house. Landon Morgan, thanks for being here. Steven Tachek, our podcast producer, who is amazing. Mad Scientist, 101010, Miss Chartreuse. We got my wife. We got Justin Selleck, Rafia Nida, Elizabeth Burnt Henshin.
We have Rafa Nadal. We have Rafa Nadal in the house.
Rafia is a mom from my kids' school. My kids' school moms are starting to show up again. Love them. Always
Awesome.
supportive. Thanks all for being here. You're the best.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
We got Mad Scientist 101010 says, press this on vinyl, I'll pitch in on plates. Well, hey, you know what? if people want to, they can donate towards us pressing a single with two tracks on it on vinyl from this season. We'll pick 2 songs.
There
If
you
people
go.
really want to do that, I think that would be fire. That's a great idea.
That's amazing. Yeah. How do we do that? How do they donate, Jay?
They can do it on my
Twitch?
and I think did they add it to YouTube yet, Jax, or no?
They
Oh,
did, but
next
we
month.
are not currently
On your
eligible for it.
Twitch. So twitch.tv/JQ makes beats.
I think it's Jeffrey Kayum.
Oh, /Jeffrey Kayum. All right. Anyway.
Cool. Are we done with the station break?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I think we should, before we get into any sort of recording and stuff like that, I think we should hear a little bit about MENNA. I'm really, really interested to hear, I don't know, your growth as a musician. Like, how do you, like, I am astounded by your sound. It's just been like a real pleasure to actually get into your shit, and particularly to like understand how you use your voice. Well, I'll never understand it, but like, but the experience and get into like how your voice actually, I don't know, bends the way that it does, as well as like you're killing it on the harmonies.
Thanks.
So I'm interested to know, like, how did you get into it?
That comes from I grew up in a musical, like especially like a jazz family, and so I learned to like harmonize with my mom and my sister pretty young. And then I was in high school choir and in Texas, which takes music seriously, you know. And I learned a lot from that. But
Georgia was like that too.
yeah,
I understand. I went to the competitions and shit.
yeah, where like your band is more important than your football team, you know, like your band's like winning. I mean, the choir was doing good too, but like, you know, we don't go play at football games, but
right.
Halftime is game time, baby. Halftime is game time.
I think like singing, I'm just obsessed with it. I think it's like the language of angels, and I think that like the spirit flows through music in a really special way. And I was thinking about it today, and I'm a Christian, and there's a verse in Isaiah that says the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the water covers the sea. And I was thinking about singing and just how it's like, I'm not very good at swimming, but it's what I imagine snorkeling would be like. Where like, if you can snorkel, wouldn't you like go up and down and left and right and forward and backward just because you could, you know? So I think that singing, it's like putting just a shit ton of harmonies on everything, and like having no chill, no vocal chill at all is just like, I can't not, you know, just like try everything and go everywhere. And I don't know, you know, it's like, I used to think that the restraint was the art. It was the finest art. And I'm like, now I'm like, nah.
Yeah. No, that's very clear in listening to your music.
It's over the top. I always say like, sometimes producers are like, okay, that's cool. We really don't need all that right here. And I'm like, cut it now, mute it later. It can be on the chopping block later, but like, let's just record everything, you know?
Yeah.
Some people thrive in being extra, and being extra in that way, I feel like suits you in a really good way. So
yeah, like maybe I'll do a folk EP where it's just a piano or guitar and a vocal or something, but probably not soon.
It's an amazing gift. It's amazing.
We can't hear you, Jay.
What? How do you like when I sent this beat around? How do you take what you normally do, which is with a piano,
Yeah.
and bring that to this? I mean, the first thing you did, I think, was put on headphones and play the piano to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I identified like, okay, what is this bass line doing? And then I think I sent to the voice memos of little section ideas, like, it could start here, it could go there, it could do this. And I'm always like, I'm pretty like chords first. So I was like, well, I'll send some like alt chord section ideas for like a little major lift. And but yeah, I get like the beat, like get the key and the tempo in my head, and then I just kind of played along. Yeah.
You mind if I play one of those melody ideas?
Yeah, sure.
That's awesome. I was going to ask the same thing.
And you look right at her from your spotlight throne. You could get away with murder in your best friend's clothes, and no one knows.
There's one of them.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal songwriting stuff. Like if we were in a room, like the way I sing melody is just like say nonsense, because you never know like what nonsense will connect to another writer and they go, oh, that means this. Those two weird words, like,
Those are the same
they
thing.
kind of whatever comes percussively out, you know.
Half gibberish, half random words is the best way to write a song.
And then if you're Bon Iver, you don't fix them, you just leave them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I mean,
Bridget,
yeah, you just do mumble folk.
Yeah, it's so good. I wish I could do that. But I'm
Genre.
like, no, what does this mean?
Or if you're David Bowie, you just generating random words and then you just put them all together and make a sentence.
That's the song.
Yeah, or if you're Michael Stipe, you just fuck with people. Just put stuff that just to fuck with them.
Yeah.
do you know, oh, here, I'll wait.
Yeah, that's your bass line.
Seeing my dreams and slipping everyone. It always goes, and down it goes.
There it is. Hey, we're getting a couple comments. The audio's clipping a little bit on the feed, Jay. It's just a little hot.
Cool, just keep me honest. Where is Paz? Can you talk a little bit about the mood board? And because I think that MENNA really that spoke to her, and we love it so much. Maybe just explain what happens in the week, and then what you do, and then how that kind of spurs more shit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always kind of a mixed bag, but it did. But initially, for I don't know what we call our fans. Are they Rat Pack Nation? What are they? What do we call them?
Because we changed our
Yeah, exactly. We can't use that other
I like Rat Pack Nation. I'm down.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah, at least until further notice, Rat Pack Nation. We lost Jax. Anyway, now essentially, like what happens? Jay creates a beat or at least a skeleton of something and sends it around, and we get on the thread. Everybody is welcome to actually, and everybody does put in a lot of different ideas, melody ideas, lyric ideas, whatever the case may be. I tend to take a sort of like structured approach where I actually start with the colors, for instance, that I receive from the sound, from the beat, kind of. So I start with the colors because the colors to some extent leads to like an emotion, or vice versa. And then I see what that leads me into, and oftentimes that can lead to a specific image, and then I discuss how that image tells a story within just within my own mind. And then on top of that, I usually, I think most of the time, I usually equate what I'm hearing to something historical. Historical meaning like another historical sound, another song. I always try to be careful not to like choose anything that in any way like prescribes something over what Jay has already sent to us. I try to like pick something that that kind of feeds what I think is the essence, or like tells more of the story that I'm beginning to tell from the images and from the colors and everything like that. And then oftentimes it leads me to an anecdote. This is like something that I just saw like on the street sometime, but either way, all those things all those things work as a kind of stream of consciousness. And I mean, almost like what we do when we throw on a beat, what you did when you threw on the beat, MENNA, and you just like saying gobbledygook to it. We all do that. We all do that. I do that. And like the mood board on some extent acts as a stream of consciousness, like freestyle of what I'm feeling kind of like from the beat. And the cool thing about that is that with all that structure, and particularly because I think I approach it in a poetic way, at least I try to approach it in a poetic way with very loose structure, but allowing for what I think is like my words to actually form into feeling, form into poetry, form into rhythm, that whatever. Like what that does is give everybody enough of a nugget of something to like, you know, to snatch an idea, to snatch a word, to snatch a sound.
For instance, I won't read anything too personal. I'm just gonna read a little something that
you're welcome to read whatever you want to, dude. I'm good. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then I'm going straight for the personal shit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, the whole thing is so good. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a book I want to keep reading.
Yeah, with MENNA, that's what I said to Paz at the end of last season. I was like, so Paz does one of these for every episode, and it's like to all our audience, it's in my mind, he's writing a book, and it's a book about Paz's life inspired by different musical memories. So like he said, he starts with how this track affects him, and he's just like colors. Admittedly, he's like blues that melt into oranges, that melt into yellows, that melt into reds, greens, and purples. All of the light fluorescent variety. Those colors tend to naturally glow in the dark. Then he goes dusk till dawn. Or dusk and dawn. Again, the canvas is dark. It's what the sun illuminates as it breaks the horizon, either pushing or being pushed by the moon. The moon is literally our nightlight. We don't see by the light of the sun. We see by the light of the moon. The moon and the man or woman within it is what influences our moods, actions, and movements in these moments. It gives me the sensation of sinking inside of something. It's a feeling that reveals itself as threatening and safe simultaneously. Perhaps we feel safe within this realm of danger. It's what we enter the nightlife seeking. We drop into this dark void, soundtracked by huge four-to-the-floor kick drums that propel us and root us at the same time. That thump feels like beating on the walls, pounding on the structure of the dungeon we are making the choice to climb down into, to womb ourselves with hundreds of other paternal twins, seeking a feeling of elevation. How ironic to step down into the dark in an effort to find a space to fly or get high, to float outside our bodies with drink, with drugs, with drums, with a willful deception, with the dark. Damn!
I will say,
people, that's like 1/16 of what the mood board does, and it's really with this track in particular. Jay set it up like, hey everybody, this track is outside the box of anything we've done before. I don't even have a structure to it that we normally have, so I don't even know how you guys are going to put anything on top of this. Let's find out. And so MENNA threw out those three little ideas. She put some what she called nonsense lyrics to it. I heard like definite lyrics in that, and I immediately got inspired to write something that like was much faster than what normally happens. I was just like, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to send it to everybody. And then Paz writes his mood board, and MENNA goes, oh my God, I got to read this over and over. And then she gets inspired by that and wrote totally new lyrics. And so meanwhile,
beautiful lyrics, by the way.
I've sent Jay some
literally your word, just
stuff inspired by MENNA's first ideas. MENNA sent Jay stuff inspired by Paz's mood board ideas. Jackson didn't send shit and didn't get inspired by anything. And was
no, that's not true.
I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
No, but listen, I was gonna piggyback because I wasn't inspired at all. I was like, this beat is great. I laugh at everything, and I was planning on being funny with it. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't feel right. Then I read Pasta's mood board, and I wrote back, and I was like, I had been having a hard time trying to figure out how I was gonna fit in, but now I got it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. It was beautiful. It was really awesome how it all just like came. And just so everyone knows out there, yes, we record a song right in front of you. Of course, there's work that goes into it each week, but none of us have. JQ is the only one who's heard everything. Some of us have heard snippets of each other's ideas, but no one knows what anyone sent to Jay ultimately. It's a weird, mysterious game we play.
Part of the experiment.
It is.
And thank you all for
I wanna
being
know-
here.
I want to know if people out there, if the mood board is interesting, I wonder if that becomes like a Pinterest page for us and our mood board of the week is public.
Yeah.
And I think like if we
Yeah,
like
so
I
good,
put
yeah,
I put the snippet of the beat up, and then we see your mood board with that. Then that we email back and forth, and then we record the song on Tuesday. I think it might be a cool middle step between all this stuff.
I
So-
think it's great.
So
I like where your head's at. But
But
Now we
also,
got to learn how to use Pinterest too.
No, Paz does. That's the beauty of it. Just
Oh,
Paz loves that. Paz loves Pinterest.
Come find me on Pinterest. I'm obsessed. I use it all the time.
You are?
I love Pinterest.
I mean,
Mostly.
really?
when I'm doing like my house, like
Yes,
Pinterest.
Pinterest is my jam.
Why?
I
Why?
made recipes today. I use Pinterest all the time.
it is. It's
Pinterest.
maybe it's like a better search and more visual search than Google.
Yes.
That's awesome.
All of it still leads to links and other sites, so
Yeah.
you still can do that.
Yeah, and it's also it's almost like Wikipedia in the sense that like actual people are in control of the content, right?
Yeah.
Fairly, yeah. They've got a mix, but
I
yeah.
remember one time we had a costume designer. I will not name names. We've only worked with them once, but they had all this stuff on Pinterest. I was like, this is all dope. And then the actual stuff came out. I was like, why doesn't it look like what you put up on Pinterest?
No, that was all their
My
info
Pinterest board, though.
No. I pin $1 million bathrooms, and then I use bottom shelf at Lowe's to get it done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pinterest is not real life.
Hey, but speaking of mood boards, Paz, is it
Back to the song.
it's become such a central part of the process. I'm wondering if there's a way, perhaps this isn't a public conversation, but can you get it done by Saturday? Maybe do that. Maybe.
I'll look into that. I got to work out some schedules.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I got
know
to
you
work
do.
out some
That's
schedules.
why-
But yeah, no, I could work on it. Yeah,
That would be amazing. That would be
Yeah.
amazing if you can do something like that.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. Hey, so should we do a little recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big ups to everybody that has just joined. Peyton Jones is in the house.
Hey, PQ.
AJQ. Couple more friends. Lori Morrison. Nermeen. Good friends. Good family. Thanks for coming through. And let's record, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get it.
Oh, Jay
And
Simmies.
also-
Jay
and
Simmies,
also-
who was a regular last year. He's in the house too.
What
Who
up?
is? I'm sorry.
Jay Simmies. He was there for every episode last
Yeah.
season. So.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, I meant to say this at the beginning. I think we should do this or that for this episode.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
good
Let me
idea.
pull up I'll pull up the theme song.
Word.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, Menna's yawning. Maybe she should record first.
No, I was laughing that he goes, I'll pull up the theme song. Like, I was ready for it.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Talk about.
We just got him in the vaults.
This is very high production.
I was gonna say, talk about high end with low basement budget.
I think, Jax, we need a video for this or that. You never made one.
I never made a video. We just have the song.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, Jax, get on your job, bro.
To-do list, pal. To-do list.
I'm on it.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
Theme song if you want.
Jay, I'm going first.
Yep.
Because maybe we go in the order that the ideas came out, just because we can see the evolution then. And because what I did is so simple, I just want to get it done. Bada bada bada. I heavily, you're not going to hear the all the effects that I put on, so it's funny to me that it's just going to sound like me saying this, but it doesn't really just sound like me saying this.
You did not send them dry, so I have them. They're in the song.
You have them. You have them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the effects set up, so all of them.
When your nightmares and your dreams come true, when your nightmares and your dreams come true, when your nightmares and your dreams come true, you get murdered in your best friend's clothes. Nightmares and your dreams come true, when your nightmares and your dreams come true, when your nightmares and your dreams come true, you get murdered in your best friend's clothes.
I gotta say, G looks like he's singing into like a '90s trash can because the way his camera is like so close to his microphone.
It's not the
Oh,
microphone. That's that's his dead.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
I thought it was the mic too close to the camera. That's
No,
awesome.
it's a really huge like one of those 50s giant.
Darling, I love you.
Do you remember the? Do you
One
remember
of those.
like
Actually, I have one of those too, G.
Hey, that is
Remember those bowls garbage?
Oh yeah.
cans?
Okay.
There it is.
Well, we're gonna pull them out.
And
Yeah,
speaking of
everybody
Pinterest
show your
boards,
mounts. Show your-
Do you remember the bowls garbage
Whip
cans?
them out, guys. Whip them out.
I got nothing.
It's time.
oh,
I've got the Auralex.
Oh man.
Sound deafening
yeah. What do I?
architecture. And then I just put a scarf on top.
See, you got the $10 bathroom on Pinterest, but then you go to Lowe's bottom shelf, right?
Exactly.
Anthony Mosley in the house. Jerry Julianeski in the house.
Hey, Gary Mosley, what up?
What did I say? Gary. Everyone in their Zoom space. Jax is in the broom closet. Yeah, that's right. Jerry.
Which is the nightmare? Which is the dream? Which is the nightmare? Which is the dream? Which is the nightmare? Which is the dream? You get murdered in your best friend's clothes. Which is the nightmare? Which is the dream? You get murdered in your best friend's clothes.
Recording acapella is so awesome.
All right, who's up next? Who do we got? How about MENNA?
Sure. So
You want to lay something down for us?
Yeah, let's see. Set my little region, No, that's not it. What's it called? The playback thing. Yeah.
Thank you,
All right.
Mosley, for the Bulls garbage cans that look like the same texture as G's sound catcher. I was trying to get that thought in. The Bulls garbage can that had like the little holes in it, like the steel ones that you had in the corner of your room growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Circling back on the garbage cans.
Yeah. Because
Gotta pull the lyric up. There were all the connecting words. I was like, what is that? There it is. Melodies. Oh yeah, that's right. All right.
let's go, Supernova. Let's go.
Hey, Jackson, what are you doing in my alley, Jackson?
That is when the walls
Hey,
are
get out of my alley.
It's deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can see, you can regret. Harmonies? Let's see what should I do. Is when dark is deep, so look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes. Can't see, can regret. So the da-da-da. Is when. That isn't. Dark is deep, so lights look bright. You're just dancing silhouettes. Can't see, you can regret. Let's do one. Hang on, let me listen. I'm just gonna do an octave. You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights are bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret.
Girl, you better sing.
What I like is that you put down two parts that like sort of snake away from each other.
Yeah, I thought that'd
Snake.
be cool to
Yeah.
pan them.
That's my shit.
It's
Play with
it-
that.
That's my shit.
it's just it's dope.
Panning is
So fucking dope.
panning is on par with automation of like, I'm sorry, you can do what? You know,
What is it called?
panning, just panning anything.
Oh yeah,
But
panning.
I'm
I
always
didn't know if there's a term in songwriting
Oh,
for
no.
that. No.
My manager's a mix engineer, so I always send him stuff. I'm like, why do I like this? Tell me why I like this. Because, I don't know why I like a song. And he's like, oh, you love like a quick like slap on all the percussion. And I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. I'll just tell the next person that's engineering stuff.
Yeah, that's how I am with JQ.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me what I like. I like the vocal. What's so great about the vocal chain?
Yeah.
Why is it standing out to me?
Yeah. Why do
Here, G left like 4 bars in the middle of one of his phrases that he sent over to me. So I'm just gonna fill because I only wrote 4 bars. I'm gonna fill right in the middle of his verse. Okay?
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna do something with that. I left that because I was like, Jay's gonna fucking do something with something here.
And then I think I'll sing along with you a little bit. So
Good.
I just took some on Beyond Reach, it's hitting hard like Leon Spinks. G on keys and me on beats, black with tracks and neon streaks. Which is the murdered in your best friend's clothes. Let me hit that one more time.
Nice.
Just took some on Beyond Reach, it's hitting hard like Leon Spinks. G on keys and me on beats, black with tracks and neon streaks. Which is the dream? You get murdered in your best friend's clothes. All right.
Ows.
Nice.
You have such a great natural texture.
Thanks.
You got a lot of good air, A lot
It's,
of good...
honey, as I always tell Jackson, honey and sand, baby. Honey and sand.
It is. Honey and sand.
Yeah, exactly. It's embarrassing when we be like, what do you do to your voice? And you're like,
Well,
that's
you
what I should.
Nothing I should. Oh, it's funny.
Okay, you want me to go? This is gonna be real weird.
yeah, go.
Yes, I can't even. I
went,
I'm so curious.
Do you want me to? No, I'll just do
Nah,
it.
just go. We're supposed to talk about it. You're
It's gonna
supposed to
sound
record
bizarre as fuck without a beat, but okay.
That's
Let me pull up my lyric. Forgot. Speaking of pulling up lyrics, here we go. Rowing steady and it hurts today. Drinking heavy, but I feel okay. Bang my head, I'm out of words to say, 'cause all the days just pass the same. Couple more so I can sleep. Cry a little, but I don't weep. How's the weather? Don't get too deep. And here comes more rain. I wanna be done. Just wanna swim some. Can't touch the colors at the end of the ocean.
yeah.
That last one. It's a little bit Camathy back in ACL.
Yes. Yeah. Wow, dude, you went from so low to so high.
Like 3 octaves, yeah.
Jax has quite a range.
You know what? Middle C, who needs it?
I wanna be done. Just wanna swim some, but I can't touch the colors at the end of the ocean. Then I did the fifth.
I think Menna's figuring out what note you got to. What note you got up to.
Girl, that's a G sharp. That's the close to the end of my range.
And
Wow.
Boys have so much more range. It's so annoying. I just have a few octaves down below you guys.
Hey,
You guys have.
not me. Not me, Menna. I got 3 notes. I got 3 notes.
You hit them all for this song then.
Sandy, Sandier, and Sandiest.
Then I thought it'd be weird to do just a fifth up. I thought it would be kind of creepy and horror movie like, so I did.
Yeah, you were scared of this track the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, wait, Jax, you got creepier than that?
Well, it doesn't sound creepy when I do it, but when you hear it all together, it sounds a little weird.
No, yeah, that was creepy, believe me. It was creepy as
Growing
fuck.
steady and it hurts today. Drinking heavy, but I feel okay. Bang my head, I'm out of words to say, 'cause all the days just pass the same. Couple more so I can sleep. Cry a little, but I don't weep. How's the weather? Don't get too deep. And here comes more rain. That's it.
Do like an open fifth thing. That's
Yeah,
what you're
open
saying. It sounds
fifth on
creepy,
top, and
because
then
you can't hear the note relationship. When you hear it back, it's definitely creepy.
Yeah.
Or monk-like.
monk-like.
Gregorian.
It.
Well, Jack,
See how
you
it
delivered.
sounds.
I was very curious, and I'm even more curious now. That
Who
was
knows?
that was dope, dude. I like it. I was very excited to see what you would do, and I knew it wouldn't be anything that I could imagine. So I'm excited to hear.
Let's see how it sounds. I'm very curious to see how it all sounds over the beat.
Yeah. Hey, P.O., do you want to drop for us? Pass love.
Pass love, ninja.
I was just taking a nap.
He's practicing his recording.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Okay, nice. That's probably what we should have done.
Well, it's funny to me watching you go into your mic, Menna. Is that how you record usually?
No.
Softer like this? Because your voice is so big, so I was just curious.
Oh, I mean, well, you gotta have. So when I track at home and I just have this little condenser, I am not super great at engineering. I don't have like a preamp, like a good preamp or anything. So I take it pretty easy, and I mostly demo on this, and then I have real professionals who know what they're doing record me the rest of the time.
Do you have a studio that you
capture the range of? I mean, you just there's an art to engineering, and I ain't got the time to learn it, and it's sets you apart entirely. People that know what they're doing in capturing audio, and I just but no, it's not how you record. But usually I have at least this on. I just didn't want to go like, all right, guys, I'm gonna put down my part.
Exactly. That's awesome.
You
say you usually sing with 2 other ladies, or you are right now? That's your current setup?
Yeah, just all the vocal layers is such an important part that I decided I would have BGVs before I added other instruments. That was the most important, and we started, back when the world was the world, we like played out in Nashville, and I was like, cool, let's do a few of these shows, and then we'll get a full band, and we played out a bunch, and every time it really like resonated with people in a special way. Even if we were in between acts that were full band. So we kind of have taken our time in that phase of just like basically almost doing covers of my own music, because you've heard the demo or the final tracks. They're pretty big. But so
awesome. I can't wait to see you guys live.
Yeah.
Is it back up and going?
I actually have played in Chicago. So I need to go back for sure.
Come back. Play
Is,
with us.
Are things open again there in terms of music venues?
Well, Well, downtown.
What's that?
Downtown is open. Venues are slowly opening back up. I feel like half of us are just like peeking our little heads out. Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't have
Where we're
anything
at,
booked
too.
yet. But
Cool.
I mean,
Hey, Jax.
Yeah, can you record for us, Paz?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you remind me actually how I mute you guys? What do we do for that?
I'll mute myself.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't want you to mute yourself because you guys can actually talk while I do this. But like
we're supposed
you,
to.
you go to
We're
your little
supposed to
Zoom
talk
carrot
about it.
and go to audio settings and go to output volume 0. But
Right,
sometimes
right,
it's hard
right,
to
right,
keep
gotcha.
track if you do that.
Pass, you might kill all our feeds if you do that. So I don't know.
Oh, because you're the host.
Oh, really?
Hey, you know what?
Here's-
We'll
Just
Okay.
record.
Alright.
Just record your
We'll
verse
just-
real quick.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll
just be
record. No,
quiet.
that's fine. That's fine.
Shut up.
We'll just be quiet until we want to make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll try and mess you up.
Yeah.
Word.
Thanks, everyone, for being here.
I'm gonna put cuts on after this.
His face.
It's the sound of the world's tiniest violin, and again, it's playing for you. Had a hard week, got a party, because you do what you're saying, you say what you do. Tonight is your night. You came with a crew, just got paid, and the plan get later. Boy, chase smoke haze, but the night might have different plans for you, boo. The night don't care if you're the one using or the one dealing. The night only care if you found down on the ground now, long as you high as a ceiling. The night got a mind of its own. You can fight for your might.
Yeah, baby.
I ain't making fun of shit.
The night.
Yeah, dang.
It's the night.
Ooh, I liked the.
I'm just gonna punch in on this for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Underground now, as you high as a ceiling. The night got a mind of its own. You can fight with your might, but you're bound to get blown, and it cuts deep right to the bone. Because you came in the world by yourself, but you leave it alone. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. So
Dang. Punch it.
You should go
Yeah.
give
I like how you're flipping the triplets now.
the bone, get to himself, but you leave it alone. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. The night to pursue you and woo you with visions of religion. Let me get this. I gotta get this part. Hold on.
Hold up.
So you should leave it alone.
And this is exactly what recording is like. Why did I write all these difficult things?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that.
I could do it in my head.
Okay, here we go.
Get it, Paz. Get it.
Leave it alone. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. The night to pursue you and woo you with visions of religion. One more time. I keep skipping a line.
Pastel, that was tight. Rummy Man. Rummy Man's cheering you on. Whoever Rummy Man is, he says, Pastel, that was tight. All in caps. All caps. Claps. No clap.
But you leave it alone. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. The night to pursue you and woo you with visions of religion of its religion. That's what it is. Okay, here we go. I got
this. You got this, son.
it. But you leave it. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. The night to pursue you and woo you with visions of its religion till you singing hallelujah, lightning a cone.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Bam, 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 bam.
So woo you with visions of its religion till you singing hallelujah, lightning a cone. This underground is your turf. Feel like a wound that's about to give birth. The night of needs. Lightning a cone. This underground is your turf. Feel like a wound that's about to give birth. The night needs a nurse because it's. The night needs a nurse. Feels like a womb that's about to give birth. The night needs a nurse. The night needs a nurse because it can just see the
American sportscaster
Because it can just as
Linda
easily
Cohn.
because it can just as
from
easily be a
SportsCenter?
tomb. Have you calling a hearse? Here we go.
I know Leonard Cohen. I got it.
Numbers. Hallelujah, like Linda Cohn. This underground is your turf. Feels like a womb that's about to give birth. The night needs a nurse because it can just as easily be your tomb. Because it can just as easily be your tomb. Because it can just as easily be your tomb. This underground is your turf. Feels like a womb that's about to give birth. The night needs a nurse because it can just as easily be your tomb. Have you calling a hearse?
Like Jay-Z, man, just one take, you know?
All right, paste it together. All right, and just for just for fun.
To be fair, Paz and Jay are the one take wonders of the crew. Paz usually gets bust through a one take wonder real quick, and then if he goes up, he'll be like, "No, let me just take it from the top again," and he'll rip out a 16-bar real fast.
I know it does hurt me to have to go like
Pressure's on.
I believe in continuity. Hold on, let's do some let's do one take of
Yes,
ad-libs.
please. Paz ad-libs are the best.
Paz doubles, the best. What we're all here.
And up
That
with
should
the
be
with
the,
the
that should be the
and I got
video.
the
It's
Oh,
it's
lyric
what I
double?
tune in for.
Yeah.
What I
I
tune
know.
in
I feel
for.
like we haven't done that in a while.
this is the highlight of my night.
So far, Paz. So far, I'm not impressed, but I think I'm about to be.
All right, here we go. And his violin, and again, it's playing for you. Gaudi. Well, let me do that one more time.
Put the pressure on him.
Tiniest violin, and again, it's playing for you. Got a party. What you say, and you say what you do. Now, with your crew. Lady. You came with your crew. Get late, smoke. I'm gonna start from the top. Hold up, one last time. Tiniest violin, and again, it's playing for you. Got a party. Do what you say what you do. Came with a crew. Get late, avoid shade, smoke haze. Plans for your boo, the night. Oh, the one dealing, the night. Found underground now. High as the ceiling, the night. Got a mind of its own. Wicked bone. And to leave it alone, so you should leave it alone. Home. Well, lightning the cone. Turf. Birth. Birth. Nurse. Tombs, I'll be calling the hearse.
Leonard Cohen. I like the big blank and then like Leonard Cohen.
I know. I keep hearing Linda Cohn from ESPN.
Linda Cohn.
Like
And then-
Linda Cohn.
and
Interview
then-
Tom
then-
Brady like Linda Cohn.
Right? And then wait for it. Turf.
I heard Leonard Cohen.
Nerf.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is.
I
That's what
know
it
it's
is.
Lin-
In,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Southern.
It's Leonard
I
Cohen.
heard you. Hallelujah, like Leonard Cohen, but I keep hearing Linda Cohn.
So Paz.
Yeah.
Paz.
Oh, it is? I was right?
You were right.
Yeah, you're totally right.
It's
Yeah,
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
You're the only one who put in more than like 3 words per bar. So you win that contest.
You won. Yeah,
Sweet.
you win today.
So yeah, I feel like I always win
Right.
that contest.
How's the mix
Sometimes
coming,
Jay beats me.
Sometimes actually Jack's
Cutting stuff up and I'm adding some cuts right now. So you guys will hear the cuts in a second. Hold
sounds
on.
good. But you know, Jax is pretty notorious for squishing in a lot of words in a tiny amount. of space.
Yeah. Actually, he is.
But
But it's usually in this like I don't like. I wish I could understand time signature, how the time signature works in your head, Jax.
I was gonna say because
like,
it's usually not in rhythm.
You'll squish a lot of stuff, and then you'll
Yeah.
expand it out,
No,
and then you'll squish a lot of stuff, and then you'll expand it out.
Yeah. It's
Dude, you gotta style all your own. Man.
it's in rhythm. It's just in some macro rhythm that only you're hearing, and then
Couplets, yes.
and then we don't understand it until we hear the whole song, and we're like, wow, that is in some kind of rhythm.
That's
But
why you
like-
gotta have Wheezy back. Wheezy last season was like, I think you actually found the Japanese this time. I think
What'd
you
she
finally
say?
did it. the beat's always trying to get in the way of what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
The beat's always trying to get in the way of what you're trying to say. That's a good line. That's a good line.
That's good.
You should put that in a rhyme.
Actually, Minna, you had a really good. I wish I could remember it. You had something. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt, and I'm not gonna give you any money. And if you claim that you said it, I'm gonna be like, who's this crazy lady? I've never met her in my life.
Yeah.
But you said like singing. Almost like what was it like? Singing is the dialogue of angels or something like that.
Yeah, language of angels.
What was it?
The music is the language of angels.
Language of
Music is
angels.
the language of angels. I love that.
And think about it, like you can be educated in music, but people that can't carry a tune in a bucket still know when a chord change, when a chord progression feels when it sounds like a dream, like it's all whole steps. That like when it sounds like a dream, you know what that sounds like. When it's everyone knows what the minor is, even if you don't know what the minor is. Like the Beach Boys mean the same to everybody, even if you don't know what the chords are. So like it's spiritual. It's not of this earth.
Amen, 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 sister.
That fair prayer say aye.
I love that.
And Ameen to the Muslims that are in the room too. We got my family, my other family are in the room as well.
One thing about music, when it hits, you can complain.
I can't hear shit with Jay scratching over everybody.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jay, turn it down.
I can't hear you.
This fucking podcast. This podcast is gonna suck because of you right now.
We go in between it, and then we get.
So anyway,
Hey Jay, if you're gonna do any more cutting, can you turn it down a little bit?
No,
language
I can't.
of angels. Language of angels.
I can't. I can't.
It's all good, bro.
It's done, but that was it. It was done.
Nice.
Well, you're gonna
Can
love
you just
that part of
sample
the
the
podcast.
playback? Can you
Just
sample
one
your playback though for a second? Because people keep saying this shit's real hot. Is your input just? It's not your mic. It's like
I don't even. It's not even on right now, bro. I was just recording in.
No, we could hear it.
It's weird though too because I mean he's definitely a little bit louder than the rest of us, but I don't feel like it's not coming through on my end as being super hot.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I mean, it's hot, but it's not clipping.
Yeah.
For us in the Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Now when it,
should I do tasting notes, but while you mix really quick, Jay?
Yeah, do tasting notes because we're already at 9:56.
What I was saying, somebody said they couldn't hear me. What I was saying is also for the Muslims in the room, Ameen and Happy Ramadan as well, because they on the mom's thread of my kids' school we talk about music as well, and Nada, the teacher, the principal of the school, has blasted some awesome Islamic rap that I want to share with you guys too. But
nice.
Nice.
I think music transcends all religions, and I agree on the spiritual nature of what
Word
you guys
up.
are saying,
And
Flush
happy
out.
Ramadan ding dong up in this mug.
You're gonna get struck down, G.
I say that shit all the time.
All right, tasting notes.
Yeah, Jay, can you hit us with a tasting notes intro? Maybe. Can you not hear us?
I can't tell.
JQ, can you hit us with it? Can you hit us with the tasting notes intro?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the mix done.
All good.
Yeah, but you got to do everything else too, son.
Yep.
All right, maybe I won't play your theme, dick.
Oh, with that picture, you gotta play it.
Yeah, I got it.
Mackie Doe came from Iowa to the big city and worked in a restaurant. Now he's a professional drinker, here to give you tasting notes.
All right, here is my time to shine. My tasting notes are today Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. I've never tried this. I love Topo Chico. You're from Texas, MENNA. right?
Yeah.
Whenever we go to ACL, speaking of music festivals, which has been a theme from tonight as well, we always play ACL, except for last year, unfortunately. We don't know about this year, but Topo Chico is a favorite of ours. And so, like, I feel like a lot of people's friends networks have, like, conversations and arguments about what is the best soda water in the bunch. And many people tend to gravitate towards Topo Chico because of the size of the bubbles and the amount of effervescence within the bottle or can. And so I was really interested to see what their seltzer tastes like because they just came out with it and I've never tried it. So this is a first. This is exotic pineapple. And if it's as good as their bubble water, I'm going to be really happy. We'll see. It smells like shit so far.
Yeah, but how big are the bubbles? That's the question.
Bubble size.
Man.
Circumference.
Nah.
So disappointing. I was hoping for like a carbonation bomb.
Yeah, that's what
All right,
Topo
let's
Chico's
talk
all about.
Let's talk about those ingredients though, because in Tennessee, you can't have vodka in it. It has to have terrible malt liquor.
Really?
That's why it's terrible.
Purified carbonated water, alcohol, sugar, natural flavors, citric acid, sodium citrate,
Okay.
magnesium chloride, potassium chloride, minerals for taste. Minerals for taste.
Hey,
I'm going to go ahead and go out there. You know, most of the time, my tasting notes, I'm drinking something pretty good. This is fine. I will not buy it again, and I will only stick to the Topo Chico non-alcoholic from here on out.
You know, some people say that that's what you should do all the time.
It's not some people.
And those people are all in this room.
All people.
I love that. It's not some people.
I think even Menna said it, and she didn't know you before tonight.
Yeah, she can just get a sense. She just, you know.
Thank you. That was my tasting notes.
That was awesome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Jay, where are we at?
When you say tasting notes, I just hear like tasting notes. It's got it going on. So it's just really, really.
Oh, maybe you could
She's
redo
got
the video with us.
Right? Doesn't it rhyme with that? It's just
Yeah.
Tasting notes has got it going on.
it's all I want, and I've been waiting so long.
Nice.
Stacy's mom.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
no,
Banana
okay.
Ramen.
Okay, I was like, I'm not trying to.
But let me spell it out for you guys
Yes, I wasn't sure.
because you're looking at me looking
anyone?
pretty.
Me? All right. 2007. Yeah.
It's really nice to see you.
You too.
Good to hang with you.
Yeah, this is really fun. I wish I had not a hard seltzer, but something else.
And when we send,
I thought I saw a little something in the glass.
Well, that's done now.
Okay.
when we send this
You
link
can go
to
get
Kevin,
more. You're allowed to walk off the screen.
Yeah, you can always do that.
Well, feel like-
Kevin from Bear Music, we're ready to come out there again in California. This
Is he
this
watching?
fall?
Is he watching?
No, we'll send him the link and just
Where do I
like,
send my
yeah.
I was about to say.
We gotta pitch like a collab set. That would
Yes. So
Oh, get us
Yes.
all there.
and all our fans come out to Northern California.
It is seriously the best vacation I think I've ever had. It was.
Dude,
That was
did
pretty
you do the Minna, did you do the what was it called? The sundown, what was it called? Church? What was it called?
Church.
Probably.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, did you do church?
No, I mean I only went the first year. I haven't been since.
Well, I mean, I wonder. I imagine that they might have done it then. I don't know.
I think we left before the end that year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Word.
no,
Well,
they
I mean, church was just you went to this sort of higher point of those mountains.
Yes, I went
Yeah.
to church.
You did. You went to church.
Did go to church.
Can you tell me your story of church?
Uh,
You know, 3-sentence story of church.
Take me to
A bumpy-
church.
ride in a little van.
One sentence.
Sunset.
Two
You
sentences.
scale a gentle cliff face.
3 sentences.
The expanse of Northern California lays out in front of you like a Beautiful, beautiful thing.
Nice.
Perfect.
You're doing the next mood board.
There was a cellist, Tornado Rider. Did he have his cello up there?
Yes.
Didn't we stand around and kind of like sing?
Yes. And freestyled and sang.
Really? Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. It was incredible. It was
Yeah,
incredible.
it was really nice. We had a little blanket. I bonded with some girls that I met that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
was
and
really fun.
you and April and Mouse Princess.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a picture of the three of you on a
Yes.
sitting
Yeah,
on,
us sitting
on a
in.
blanket.
Yeah.
And me and Rashad were just like going nuts with his cello and freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I wish that we had cello. That's a theme for the week. But I wish that we had had the cello and the freestyling. When we went to church, the year that I was there, when we went to church, I can't remember what you were doing. You were kind of being a social butterfly.
I was yelling. I was wasted. I was yelling, and everyone telling me to shut up.
Well, I mean, I believe we were all wasted. believe we were all wasted.
Yeah, I was the most.
It was a loud drunk.
I was the
And
most.
irreverent at church.
You guys were all crying.
Yes, we all cried.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, we watched that sunset, like, drip down, like, it was pretty astounding, like, how the sun will just be overhead for hours and hours and hours, and once it gets to like the horizon, all of a sudden it like speeds up. It feels, you know what I mean, in terms of it like going down. And we watched that thing go down, and I swear to God, myself, Jackson, and JQ just started bawling our eyes out. just started crying. I was like thinking about my kids. I was like, this is why you have them, like, so they can see this, you know. And we were hugging, like just blubbering.
And everyone that lived in California,
else was just like, okay, guys.
I was gonna say, everybody else that lived in California was like, oh, they're crying. They're crying. Yeah. This is a big deal for them. They don't see these.
They're like, we do this every weekend, right?
Yeah, they're like, gee, what's up with your boys? And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, crying. And I was like, oh, they never lived in California.
We see this every day.
Like city living, you like haven't seen a sunset like that maybe 3 times in your life. It's overwhelming, you know.
Yeah, no, that was an incredible spot to see.
But I do sidebar. I remember, like, almost like maybe based on that experience, I remember I played you guys, to me, what is one of the most beautiful Common and Jay Dilla collaborations, which was like the last song on his album B. And it had that line, and it has that line where he's like, I mean, basically the whole thing is like how life is terrible for these people in Chicago or whatever. And their dream is that they still want to see California. They want to get to California.
Yeah.
So
I wish everybody could.
MENNA, do you want to introduce the song? What are we going to call it? Silhouettes?
Well, hold on. Do we have time for this or that? Or we out of time?
For that, I want to know.
This or that. Let's do it. Ready?
Quick this or that. Quick this or that.
Quick one.
It's time to play this or that, 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 or this. Yo.
MENNA.
Oh.
Sorbet or custard?
Sorbet.
Butterfly or dragonfly?
Ooh, butterfly. You see them more often. They got a lot more going on, I feel like. Dragonflies, they're too elusive. You got to go find a lake.
Rolo or Score?
What is a Score? Oh, is that a candy bar? I'm going to say Score because I've never had one.
Score.
Let's find out.
Chamomile or peppermint?
Peppermint all day. Easy. Hit me with some other tea options.
Now we know everything about you.
You see this Pinterest board behind me? I got tea for days, motherfucker. right, Menna, you want to introduce the song?
Without further ado, maybe a little further ado, depending on how quickly you can click that spacebar. It's Silhouettes.
Everybody pause yourself.
Everybody
Mute
move.
yourself. I mean, not pause, mute.
Hey,
Mute.
pause yourself. Pause yourself, man.
It will not look like I am muted, but I will be muted. All right. The Rat Bag with Menna.
It's hitting hard, it's hitting hard like, it's hitting hard, like, it's hitting hard, it's hitting hard, it's hitting hard, like, hitting hard.
That's the sound of the world's tiniest violin, and again it's playing for you. Had a hard week, got a party, cause you do what you say and you say what you do. Tonight is your night, you came with a crew. Just got paid and the plan get laid, avoid chase, smoke haze. But the night might have different plans for you, boo. The night, don't care if you the one using or the one dealing. The night only care that you found down on the ground now, long as you high as a ceiling. The night, got a mind of its own. You can fight with your might, but you're bound to get blown. And it cuts deep right to the bone. Cause you came in this world by yourself, but you leave it alone. So you should leave it alone. You should go home. The night will pursue you and woo you with visions of its religion. Till you sing it, hallelujah, lightning a cone. This underground is your turf. Feel like a womb that's about to give birth. The night needs a nurse, cause it can just as easily be a tomb. Have you calling a hearse?
You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret. You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret.
And neon streaks. Which is the nightmare? Which is the dream? You get murdered in your best friend's clothes.
Growing steady and it hurts today. Drinking heavy but I feel okay. Bang my head, I'm out of words to say. Cause all the days just pass the same. Couple more so I can sleep. Cry a little but I don't weep. How's the weather? Don't get too deep. And here comes more rain. I wanna be there. Just wanna swim still, but I can't toss the colors at the end of the ocean.
You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret. You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret. You're ill at ease when the walls are tight, but the dark is deep, so the lights look bright. You're just dancing with silhouettes, thinking what you can't see, you can't regret.
Whoa.
Nice production.
That
Yo, that fucking track.
might be one of my favorites.
I'm
Beautiful
telling you.
singing.
That might be one of my
Beautiful
very
singing,
favorites.
Menna.
That
Beautiful singing. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's fire. I fucking love that track. Holy fuck. MENNA, that chorus is so beautiful. Jay, that production is off the chain. You guys on your verses. I'm so excited about this collaboration. I can't even fucking, it's fucking fire.
Yeah.
Mood board.
Like he said.
All illustrated it. We're like, oh, go down into the club, into the underground.
Right.
Let's get
The
Yeah,
mood
that
board.
mood board.
Pinterest board.
Yeah.
A mood board.
That was a lot of fun.
I really love what you attach to. Within that, and I mean, honestly, especially like the sort of like the irony within the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The juxtaposition.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, of the darker, the more the light, the more light you see, kind of.
And just like perception, you know.
Yeah.
We got some people that are trying to bounce and that are really excited about the track, but let's plug MENNA really quick and where they can see her and meet her and find her on the internet really quick.
Yes. Hold on.
Follow me on
Hold
Spotify.
up.
What?
Hold on, we got a little bump for you.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Not that kind of bump.
We gotta give you.
A little bump for me?
We're not all going to the club right now, are we?
I was about to say we did just listen to some club music.
Kids go to bed.
Shit.
Got it?
What was I gonna say?
Got it. Okay. Woo. Sorry. It's
It's the Rap Pack, we got sauce. JQ, Jackson Boss. Take hip hop, get experimental. Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central.
MENNA. Tell them where they can get a hold of you.
I'm on Instagram, but the best bet for music is to follow me on your favorite streaming platform, especially if that's Spotify, because a follow button is awesome. It'll show up on your Discover. I'm going to start releasing music once a month, and
That's awesome.
And your handle on all the other sites is MENNA Nation, right?
Yeah, MENNA Nation, MENNA Nation.
I put it in the chat for everybody to check it out. Give her a follow. Give her some love. She
Everybody
can
follow
sing
MENNA.
Word up.
her
Become
ass.
part of MENNA Nation.
Yeah.
MENNA, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I have
And-
one question before we go, though. Jack, you said that you had some artists that you wanted to highlight. What are their names? Because I wrote down the violin.
I have to look through my parents' thread. So
Okay.
a lot of the parents at my kids' school have dropped links. I will send them to you.
Add them to that email thread for sure.
I will, for sure.
Okay, thank you, MENNA. We love you. This song is super special. I'm really proud of it. MENNA, have an awesome week. Peace.
The Rap Pack,